Hello and welcome to part 3 of our Alaska cruise review, where we're going to do an in-depth review of our stateroom Neptune Suite 8162. Did we make a good choice? Stick around and find out. Now, if you haven't already done so, please check out parts 1 and 2 where we focus on the cruising experience with Holland America and also the destination Alaska, the ports of call and the itinerary. In part 3 we're going to take an in-depth review of our stateroom. Now if you looked at part 1 or part 2 you'll know this was our very first cruise, so we were really going into this blind and really didn't know quite what to expect. But having done some research on cruising, and in particular cruises to Alaska, what we did know is that we wanted a nice room with some nice amenities, and in particular a balcony with the best view possible. And one last thing before we get into the details, if you enjoy the video, please remember to hit the like button and please consider subscribing to our channel for a lot more videos on tech, travel and leisure. Thanks a lot and enjoy the video. So having decided we want a balcony, or veranda as Holland America calls it, there are several options available, starting out with the basic veranda room. Next up is the Signature Suite, which offers a little more room both inside and outside, as well as some suite amenities. And then there's the Neptune Suite, which offers a slightly larger size as well as some increased benefits. Now if you really want to splash out, you could opt for a Pinnacle Suite, a full-on apartment at sea which even has a hot tub on your veranda. We figured the Neptune Suite was luxury enough. Now in addition to getting more space, as you progress through the different levels, you also get added amenities and perks. Now, we're not going to discuss all of these during this video, but I will highlight some of the ones that we enjoyed the most in a later section and throughout the rest of the video. So let's take a closer look at Neptune Suite 8162. Now, because of its location on the ship, which we'll discuss later on, Suite 8162 is actually a little bit smaller than the average Neptune Suite. Personally, we found the suite to be very spacious and plenty big enough for the two of us. Having never been on a cruise before, I was actually very surprised at just how big the suite was. Now, one differentiation between a standard room and a suite is the fact that you get this expanded bathroom, which has, in addition to the tub, a separate shower and also has a double sink vanity. Moving up to a Neptune Suite, you also get this dressing area right outside the bathroom, which my wife quickly made her own. Another nice feature of a Neptune Suite is the nice king bed, which can also be configured as two singles. Over here we have the bar and minibar area, which is next to some spacious wardrobes. Now this configuration is a little unusual due to the location of the room, which we'll talk about later. The wardrobes are normally in the entranceway. Overall, we found the room very spacious with plenty of room to spread out. There's a very spacious work area with lots of additional storage space. Although with this view, I'm not sure how much work you're going to get done. Okay, let's go check out the veranda. You know what? Let's come back to that later on. Now, having a Neptune Suite comes with some added benefits. In this section, we just wanted to highlight some of the benefits that we enjoyed the most. Now, the amazing service was something we already noticed on day one. Returning to our room after lunch, instead of finding our cases delivered outside the room, we found them already on the bed, ready to be unpacked. This was just the first example of the amazing service that we get throughout the week, especially from our stateroom attendants Wandy and Effie, who took care of our every need. Next up is the Neptune Lounge, which is exclusively for Neptune Suite and Pinnacle Suite guests. It's basically like a club lounge at an airport. A nice quiet place to get away with various snacks and drinks served throughout the day. Here you'll also find a dedicated concierge who can help you with any aspect of your cruise, whether it's dinner reservations, shore excursions, issues with your account, whatever the case may be. Next up, breakfast in the Pinnacle Grill. This is a really nice perk that we took advantage of on most mornings. The Pinnacle Grill offers a nice intimate setting with more personal service. There's also an expanded breakfast menu with free-flowing mimosas and specialty coffees. And the food was amazing. So I think it's easy to see why we would pick a Neptune Suite. But why this particular Neptune Suite? Well, as they say in real estate, it's all about location, location, location. Suite 8162 is located at the aft of the ship on the port side, which is right here. So the room faces the back of the ship. Let's now go check out that view from the balcony. This oversized balcony is yet another advantage of having a Neptune Suite. Now, a rear-facing balcony has certain advantages, not least including the view, which you might not get from other locations on the ship. But if you're on the fence between getting a rear-facing and a side-facing balcony, this is where a suite like 8162 really shines. Because of its location, Suite 8162 has a balcony that wraps around the back corner of the ship, offering both rear view and side view locations. And as you can see, it is huge. As we cruised through Glacier Bay in particular, we really appreciated having the extra viewing options. Another major advantage of a rear-facing balcony, particularly on an Alaska cruise, is protection from the wind and the elements. Check out the difference between the rear and side-facing parts of the balcony, with the ship cruising along at around about 20 knots. One final note regarding the location, Suite 8162 connects to room 8160 next door. You'll find a connecting door in the dressing room area, and also the panels can be removed to connect the balconies. Finally, let's look at any possible disadvantages to Suite 8162. Now, you may have noticed from the pictures earlier on that our suite is located immediately below the Lido deck, which could raise concerns about noise or privacy. Fortunately, during our cruise, the Lido deck looked like this pretty much the whole time, so there was really no issue about noise. Now, keep in mind that might not be the case on every cruise. The busiest it ever got on the Lido deck was as we pulled up to Marjorie Glacier. But even here, you can hear that noise is just not a problem. And as we got closer to the Marjorie Glacier, the only thing you can hear is the low rumbling of the ship's engine. And as far as privacy is concerned, there's really no issue at all. As you can see here, as you go down the ship, each deck extends a little further. So from our position, we were actually able to see the edges of all the balconies down below. But as you can also see, there is a significant overhang from the Lido deck, so we had no privacy concerns from above, and also we were nicely sheltered from the elements. However, on the side part of the balcony, there is no such overhang, and occasionally we could see people above. So if you're naked sunbathing, you might want to avoid the outside edge of your side balcony. So there you have it, our review of Neptune Suite 8162 on the Holland America Eurodam. As you can see, we had an absolute amazing time. I would definitely recommend this suite or one just like it. There are 2 similar suites on each of the decks 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. If you are doing this cruise in the middle of summer, keep in mind that there could be more people on the Lido deck and you may have more noise, including people moving furniture around. In that case, you can definitely look at one of the similar rooms on one of the lower decks. Otherwise, if you're traveling on the beginning or end part of the season, I would definitely recommend going for 8162. So, thank you so much for watching today. If you enjoyed the video, please remember to hit that like button and please consider subscribing to our channel for a lot more videos on tech, travel, and leisure. Thank you again for watching.